First topic, we got to start the video. Yo, listen, man. Listen. That's why if y'all don't tune in to the early shit, y'all bugging, bro. This is Spotify. Welcome back, Eastside Bonds. We here. It's another
Future
Friday.
Hendrix all day, baby.
Future Hendrix. Yo, bro, that was a great first topic. A great topic. I'm glad we did the double take. We back. Your boy Sha. I'm here. I'm the host. You already know. Eastside Mind. We appreciate y'all joining us. To the left, you got Alex, of course. You got my man. You got Cam Crew to my right. And to my far right is motherfucking Fine Pine Poe.
You already know how we catch.
Capo's in the building.
Let's get it.
We made it. We fucking made it. We fucking made it.
Second installment.
So we already did better than last year. Talk your shit. Already last year, we already passed the trajectory, whatever the fuck y'all niggas thought we was gonna do this season. We back here already.
We upping it.
We got two more joints for next month. We booked up. So like I said, man, we not playing
see us
no
two
games,
times
bro.
every month.
I'm not gonna lie.
Busy.
I have to start.
I
have to start. We straight because I got big. I want to make sure I do a big shout out. I'm gonna make sure I get this in. Happy birthday to Mama Love. Today is Mama Love's birthday. Last time we parted was my brother's birthday. To all the March babies, I won't be able to get everybody, but I'm gonna try to do my best. I got G Opulence. Opulence is tomorrow. Shout out to Oppie Fit. We gonna get into that in a little bit. Absolutely. Shout out Oppie Fit. I want to make sure I shout out my brother. Like I said, my brother Tone was 2 weeks ago. Mom's is today. Shout out to Jig. Shout out to Ice Fetty. Shout out to Tim. Shout out to JJ Moneybags. All the prices he's the end of February, but shit, you are March thing to me, man.
You in the mix for sure.
You in the mix, bro. You know, always love here. Shit, if I forget you, you know it's all love. It's probably just not at the top of the brain, but it's nothing but love coming from here. We wanna make sure we do our birthday shout outs. Big time. I don't know if y'all doing shit after the party. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I got my mom some good eats. That's all she wanted, some goodies. Got her some flowers. Whatever else she wants to do, I'm on deck. Like, I'm glad. I tried to give her the best gift of all, man. We was looking for these cribs. I've been looking in the cribs. That's a different space. Things have just been trajecting up, and I want to keep going up. I'm not gonna lie. This season's all about healing. We told y'all, bro. If you healing, come sit down with us.
Grown folk business.
Let's get through this shit together, bro. Let's run it up this season.
But also heal up so that way you could turn up.
Yeah,
it's about to be active. And It's like you ain't really activated if you ain't in a full centered self. So get right.
You gotta get right. Gotta get right with yourself in order to present the best form of yourself. Can't help nobody if you ain't helping you. Absolutely not. But I just wanted y'all on my mind, so I'm not gonna let that shit go without giving y'all the flowers that you deserve. And like I said, love, peace, and chicken grease always. With that said, we talked about the birthdays. I want to shout out some of the people that's helped and inspired and been with me since day one. So like I said, shout out my man Opulence. You see the Oppie Fit. We here. If you see me with clothes on, you're gonna see Oppie Fit. This one is personally trained. Nigga made it for a handful of us, so I want to make sure he gets his shout out. Definitely appreciate all the gifts. You see me with it all the time. It's what I work out in. It's what I enjoy to wear. If it's home team stuff, send it in. You know I'm going to put that shit on. Also, you know I get blazed. If I'm blazing, it's Yankee Dank. Yankee Dank sponsors one of our partners. You already know. Always love. That's one of my closest brothers. And once he came, it's not a coincidence. He came back out and we came back out. Look at that. Divine alignment, man. Shit, no joke. That was last year, but that shit we still on it. Divine alignment is not a game. It's not a game. Not a game. If there's any people out there that want us to, show off your stuff, you want to send us a little whatever you got, merch, whatever it is, whatever item, whatever you're selling, you in business, you want to collaborate, you trying to get your business out there, yo, hit me up. If you a home team, you from the East Side, you should have my number. If not, we're gonna be back up and running on the gram very soon. So if apparently people only talk via gram these days. I don't know why, but that's all right too. Whatever business, however y'all want to conduct business, as long as it's good business, ain't no funky business, no funky chicken, we good. So holla at me, holla at one of these gentlemen. Let's talk. Let's sit down. Let's break through together. Let's heal. What's up? Like let's run it up. Let's take care of our community. Let's really change the way this shit look. Cause like I said, y'all know how I feel. I feel like we grew up in such a crazy, toxic environment to where we all come in competition and we've been competing with each other for so fucking long. Bruh, Come put that shit on the table right here. That shit gonna sit right
We
here.
don't gotta
Look,
compete. We
Bam,
get this money
man.
at the same
That shit on the
damn time.
table, bro. Come on.
It don't gotta be no
Come
competition.
together, man.
Get money.
Business is business.
Business is business. If there anybody that y'all would like to see us talk to, I know y'all see me with Naughty. Yo, Naughty, holla at me. We talk about this shit a lot, but make sure y'all need to keep that shit in mind, bro.
You on Nautica?
I'm talking about. I got Polo, Nautica. If y'all see me out there, y'all see you watching this, yo, holla at your boy, bro. Y'all know I be
Big
coming
facts
through.
he put on for y'all. For
Kid,
real.
Aimee on Dore. I mean, I'm a brand whore. Y'all motherfuckers is paying. I'll shout you out for sure if y'all paying something.
On. I still putting
Throw
on.
some shoelaces or something,
I
nigga.
still be putting on. I'm not gonna lie. How y'all feel about the weedscape so far, bro? I'm glad Yankee Dang is back, but I feel like all this spray shit. I ain't get to ask you, Capo.
Yeah,
Let's start there. Because we've been waiting, man. I was trying to hope you
That
brought some of the
spray shit,
some of the fine pine shit through to the pod. We waiting for that.
I'm waiting on harvest right now for this. This shit is on its way. It's drying up, but as far as spray, that's what we ducking. We out here in the tent.
Big
giving
O.
y'all that organic grow.
Big O.
Rather than some old sprayed on shit that you don't know what you getting. So yeah, fine pine and fine pine.
Harlem
way.
grown,
I ain't
baby.
gonna lie. I'll engage in a little bit of the
I ain't knocking nobody hustle, B. I ain't knocking
Where
no
the air
hustle,
horn,
B. Get money. Just don't, just watch what you spraying. That's
Yo,
all
listen,
I
will
watch
say,
what you spraying,
I
that's
will
all.
say, this is non-spray. So again, why I think I'm a big supporter. I prefer to smoke non-spray, absolutely. But I'm not gonna lie, some sprinkles here and there, they be rolling up that shit backwards. It's over, bro. Passing it to me. I ain't the
Send
feds.
it,
I'm
yeah.
smoking. I'm a
That
smoke.
shit is sprayed
that's
with
big facts.
THC though. Niggas be spraying shit with other
Yeah, you
shit.
can spray with terps. You can spray.
Like certain niggas using the terp teas before they even get to that level, but certain niggas is spraying the actual nuggets with some wild shit.
Nasty work.
Hey,
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's nasty work.
my only request is you leave that Fent alone. Stop
You feel
spraying
me?
that shit with that super Fent oil.
The
Yo,
Fent
y'all got Fent in
in
the
the
grabber.
grabber
Y'all got
word,
Fent
like-
in the THC spray. Come on,
bad.
y'all wildin',
Niggas
man.
gotta
It's
cut
like
it out,
back
man.
in the day with the roach spray with the sour and shit like that, the
Yo,
raid and all that
but
other
that's what I'm
stupid
kind of
shit.
that's kind of speaking of that.
Yo.
Yo, they not spraying bunk spray on that shit, but yo, it's not far off. At a point, it's not that far off, and that's the sprays niggas ain't trying to fuck with.
Listen, man. What about you, Alex?
Respectfully.
Well, how you feel about it? You just getting high?
I'm just getting nah.
Niggas said
I try
pass the
to
pot.
avoid the spray shit as much as possible, but really and truly, I just reached the point where I'm not trying to spend a lot of money on weed no more, bro. Like I spend too much money on weed. Weed is like
Again,
draining, bro.
it's hard to tell, man. Nigga could tell you it's spray, nigga could tell you it's not spray. Only way you gonna know is to put your fingers in the soil and get busy, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Niggas
That's
is
all I
talking
can
about
say.
spray. I'm trying to figure out how the fucking nigga know. I still can't even tell
can smell
good
that
and bad.
shit.
I still can't
It's
even tell good and
too
bad
good.
papers.
It's too good.
I
good and
feel
bad
you.
raw
Hey,
papers.
listen,
It's like,
listen.
Oh nah, I
Some
mean,
of this spray shit, I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
shout out
You
the
could
road, man.
you could
Them
smoke
niggas-
that shit, and halfway through, that shit'll start tasting like the weed it really is. So if the weed that they're putting in the bag is not good, you could spray it as much as you
whatever
want.
you want on
Motherfuckers
that
is
shit.
dousing this shit in spray,
and it's not
and that
doing
shit just
the job.
it'll smell good. You start lighting it, and you'll see, because especially we smoke paper, so the shit will wax up in ways where it's
area.
like, yo, nah, this is
This
just
is
heavily
just
doused
stuck.
in
Like,
spray.
this shit not
won't
even
even
lighting.
fucking
You
light.
gotta buy weed from people you trust for sure.
Yo,
Big
man.
And I stay with the home team because I feel like a lot of, especially my elders been trying to put me on, and I know motherfuckers got the plug, and that's gang. Shout out to gang, but I'm loyal. Like I've been waiting for my mans to come right back.
Yo.
We've been waiting for the Yankee Dang. I want to keep this shit in house. I'm waiting for these grows to come back because we only getting better and better and better. And when we start putting that shit on the table and you see it, you see why we doing what we
Tap in,
doing,
man.
bro.
I'ma
Like
come with some.
it's
fresh
coming. We
nuggets to
heating
y'all,
up. This
man.
shit
Don't
is
worry
boiling.
about it.
It definitely.
That's what I'm
is.
saying.
Don't
boiling.
worry about it. It's bubbling for sure. Fine
Like-
pine on the way.
That's
We
what I'm
got
saying.
some
I usually
good
buy
harvest
weed
on the
from
way.
where, you know what I mean? I'm buying weed from people I know, people I trust more often than not. I usually don't buy no new weed. So it's like I don't think about spray. I just know that it exists.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, you know what I mean? I'm praying that, like, again, I try to keep it as community the way you're saying. So that way it almost insulates me from.
I got you. If
But
you
it's dangerous out here for sure.
if you outside
That should be hard.
and
I
you
don't live
see
next to nobody.
you outside, you trying to cop something, and you see 5 boxes of the same flavor. It's a good chance that shit is
Some of that
spray. Ain't
shit
no
is
way they
spray.
got 5 different flavors of the same weed. It's like, yo,
Oh,
wait, you
yeah,
got
yeah,
chocolate
yeah.
chip kush and strawberry banana kush
I ain't
and
gonna- I'm
all
old
this
school.
kush.
I'm-
Right now, you grew that shit off the same time.
It's the same
my
plant
nigga.
that
It's
they
the same
spray
plant.
with
You
different
spraying
shit.
different shit.
It's over.
I feel like weed's been legal in New York for a couple years now, but I still am not deep in the dispensary scene. I'm still getting my weed illegally. Like it's like I'm still
That's because
like you feel me? I'm still connected to.
That's because in the dispensary they're gonna charge you for this. What would I could get you for $25 a fit $40? A nigga
And I
gonna
get-
charge
That's
you
highway robbery. I'm
$55,
still, I'm
$60.
still. That shit
And
is
I
still
get that
crazy.
there's
That's what I'm
options,
talking about.
and I get that some people that's the only option they got. Like they can't really necessarily navigate to get weed the old
That's
school
a-
way.
I mean,
but
if
I
you got
feel
if
like
you got a marijuana card, you would want to go.
the
to
old school
that
way was, nigga, you not gonna sell me no bullshit and keep getting my bread.
and that's still
So
here.
he already knows I can't move funny because my reputation matters.
That's
That's
still-
why I hate this dispensary shit now because I feel like, first off, half these dispensaries will be up for 6 months, then arson themselves for insurance money a little bit later. Like, most of these motherfuckers ain't even really equipped to really be handling a business,
'Cause they not
let alone
legal.
a weed business.
That's
That's the
under
gray
wraps.
market thing too. So it's like,
Nigga,
in
sad.
New York is not like Denver. By the time we was going to Denver and chilling, Denver was like they weed business was funding their bus system.
Right.
Like
Nah,
it
but
was
they
so
would-
integrated.
It's federally legal in
You know what I
Denver.
mean? So it's like we still moving in weird gray. Like
When
the
until
cops
it's
is
federally
across
le-
the street watching this bodega move illegally, but
Exactly.
going to let them do that until
For
like
X amount of-
Thursday.
yeah.
And then Thursday I'm
Yeah.
gonna clock out niggas. And
Yeah,
it's like
remember PU was everywhere, and then it wasn't.
word.
And then it wasn't.
And that shit
Yeah,
starts
you
fucking up
feel
your
me?
flow. It'll fuck up your supply chain because if you out here moving work and all of a sudden you getting stopped mad random, you don't know when you got
I'm not gonna
flow.
hold you. PU still there. It's just not a store.
It's,
They
it's
outside.
low beam. Nah, I
It's
mean
somebody
they gonna
standing
keep
right
Gotta
outside.
find that nigga.
They
that
outside.
nigga. No, but
We don't gotta
that-
find
down
him.
to
He
the
out there.
nigga.
He's
It's
standing
down
right
to that
there. He
nigga
out there
though.
right
That's,
now.
the same,
Four
that's the
people.
same nigga that was there while PU was there.
That nigga.
So I'm saying he ain't ever gonna know he was there before PU. He gonna be there after PU. It's
That
always
nigga.
gonna be a nigga down in the streets getting money.
Find
Same
them
shit in the
niggas.
hood.
That's
That
what I'm
nigga
every
outside.
single time. That's what I'm saying. Like a dispensary, you walk in there to go get the VIP treatment. You go find the top shelf for the top shelf. And that shit gonna cost you $65,
With the tax on it. With the
Listen.
tax
Exactly.
on it.
I hear all that.
I could
my,
get all of that shit on the streets.
my question
For
to
$40.
them, to
Streets.
y'all, is why is it that when I walk around, y'all still open, y'all still in business, cool, everybody outside. How come y'all only got the 60 ounces left? What happened to all the good weed?
Yo, bro.
Stop trying to sell me the bullshit weed outside.
You know
that shit
why,
is fucking
cuz?
disrespectful.
Niggas are
bro.
getting
I'm telling you,
for
they be weeks
$100.
away from burning this store for insurance money.
I got you, but
They gotta
My
get
ex
rid of
roommate,
it.
my ex roommate. I'm
They
saying
gotta
my ex,
get rid of
bro.
it.
They
giving it out, aka.
and they fluctuate
It's like-
again. It's New York's the demand of New
It's hard
York
for
is
them
gonna
to
have to
understand.
deal with the fact that actually growing weed and how it fluctuates as a natural process against the
This is
demand
why-
of New York and its million
But this
people.
is why it's not federally legal.
That's why we got a lot of issues right now. It's a lot
This
of
why.
bureaucracy. It's a
This
lot.
is
And it's
why.
like the
'Cause they
quality
know.
is going to suffer a little bit for that in some degrees. Again, if
Until
you
it's
know the
federally
PU
legal.
nigga on the corner who always had that P,
And he
he
always
not
had
dealing
it.
with no dispensary, rent, none of that bullshit.
And he's getting all of that profit.
Getting that
And
dope.
that's the issue. That's the issue that they have with that man. Because they can't tax him. Like
I got
they
no
wouldn't-
issue with that man.
That's my dog.
Let that man run free.
He is I and I am him. Fuck is you talking about?
PU, my dog, niggas.
They against that. They fighting us. They like, yo, you want to be legal, then you got to do it this way.
Send me a book.
Pass him a book.
Harlem grown, handmade, Fine Pine NYC.
Yeah, I'm waiting, bro. That's
Coming,
what I'm saying.
bro.
Next time
It's on the way.
when we talk,
I got me
it's loading up.
It's
Don't
bubbling,
feel no
man.
pressure to bring that
Trust me.
shit through. Don't
Trust
rush
me.
it. Don't rush the
Nah,
process. 'Cause I know
hell
one of
no.
them shits is still curing, but
Absolutely.
and
Because
then
we
when we
talking
put
about-
the strawberry and banana in the ground,
Come on
pause.
now.
Let me know.
Shout
That nigga
outs
know.
to
Go ahead,
Cole
Mike. My
at
bad.
that.
Go ahead,
Shout
go
outs to
ahead.
Cole on those, because, yeah, he wanted to go get them.
Talking that real TLC, man.
So, yeah.
I'm smoking TLC.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And that's a whole nother thing. When you go to put your seeds to soil, you get to treat them away. You get to pray over them. You get to sing to them and water them and it's different.
I could tell you by association, these plants have gotten a lot of new blue sun. A lot of Andre 3000 love.
Yeah, that's my dog.
A lot of
I ain't gonna-
432.
Ain't nothing wrong with
A lot
that.
of
I ain't gonna lie.
432
Listen,
harmony.
That's my dog. That nigga out here healing folks. I need to make me
I
one
still
of them
very
tracks.
much enjoyed that album. My girlfriend and I very much enjoy that album at night. That is definitely an intimate album.
Yeah, that's a great
it's
night.
An all album, all types of
And
healing
morning
album.
music. I'm about to say that's
Yeah.
a great night
I
and
love to
morning
say
music.
whenever, because it depends on what you playing. If it like the first quarter of it is morning, then it start getting into evening. And
I be
it start
playing the
getting
song
into
with
night.
pussy in it. I don't know. That's like my jam.
Pussy
Mine is
rolls
the
off the
Beyonce
tongue.
shit.
That's
yeah,
my shit too.
that's my. That one in the the
Panther shit.
Yeah,
is my
those
shit too.
shit, bro. Those my.
Talking about not the Hawaii shit, right? Talking about the Hawaii joint.
I turned
the
into a
island
panther in
joint.
Hawaii or something. He said some shit
Turned
like
into a
that.
Panther.
I can't.
He was wilding.
He bugged out,
He
bro.
was wilding.
Shout
He
out
ain't want me to
Andre
know the name of
3000,
them
bro. I
songs.
think is that
And if
another?
you listen to that beat, it's a Panther dead purring on that shit through a whole beat.
Facts.
So that shit
Facts.
is that shit crazy. Like he went crazy on that. I ain't gonna lie.
meditation music. All right, I guess we time to transition. We're gonna transition. We should be transitioning into some sports. We should do it. Let's do it. Let's talk about our ladies real quick. Let's give the WNBA another shout out. Like I said in the prelude, Unrivaled finished their league up. Chelsea Gray dropped 40 and then won the chip. She was a 500 basketball club, got to the playoffs and said, let's turn it on. Angel Reese didn't play in the offs, and they allowed Azura Stevens, who's a great hustler off the ball. I believe she went to UConn. And they had Kalia Copper, which I don't even see her play. If Chelsea Gray and Kalia Copper would have played from jump, it would have been a wrap. I'm jacking that, but whatever. Shout out to the Rose and shout out to Chelsea Gray for taking home the first chip. Shout out, Fifi, we lost in the first round. What's up with that? That's all right. It's a 3-on-3 league. It worked out. I feel like the league was pretty good for its debut. Very solid. I'm not gonna, I didn't tune in as much as I should, so I want to make sure I take accountability for that. But when the playoffs came around, I was definitely watching that thing. Watching that thing. I ain't gonna lie. We was getting killed in the pick and roll with fucking Jordan Canada and from the Sparks. She looked good too. I always butcher her name.
Sparks.
She's one of the good rebounders. I think it's because I'm on the spot and I'm trying to remember her name and I can't remember her name.
It's the hot light.
That's what that is. It's gotta be the highlight. But they killed us. They definitely eliminated us in the first round. When I'm not thinking about it, I'm gonna remember and I'm gonna give you a shout out. You know how I go. I get high. Motherfucker smoke, B. I ain't
Listen,
that fucking Yankee day.
Y'all got us with the 3 mans. Those are interesting, man. We want to watch those.
Like I said, bro, I wish the NBA would just put in any type of effort towards their All-Star format. That should have changed everything.
I mean, I think looking at a working model in practicum helps.
Yeah,
and it
gotta
be
see some
successful.
work.
I feel like somebody said this to me. I feel like it's just they gotta want it. It's like it's not about the whatever type of game they playing.
It could stay the same.
It could be the same.
But they gotta
format,
wanna
just a
play,
regular
yo.
game.
Yeah,
But
they
they
gotta
gotta
play.
want to play and want to win more than want to play. I want to win for.
They gotta get
Yeah,
that.
like again, we talked about it last time. They're in a good spot. Like they're not overpaid. So like their competitive hunger, them wanting their league to grow, them wanting these things, it's like they all are
wanna
carrying
compete.
that in the competition right
makes
now.
sense.
Like Jalen Green's like $350 million.
they all got
To incentivize
I know, it's
NBA dudes is very tough right
and it's
now.
like,
Absolutely.
and it's like I'm playing for this game as much as like the fans gonna care about it and all of that.
I
stuff.
can't injure myself in
I
this
can't
game.
go that as hard as I normally would
I
because
really can't
I have the rest of the
imagine
season, bro, and
injuring
I'm trying to
myself
get to
in
the
this game.
playoffs.
Also,
But
like these teams are probably like, nigga, you can't go that hard. in
I
that
believe
league.
definitely believe some of these franchises are like, yo, you
They
can't.
they
you,
telling
yo,
Kawhi not to-
75%.
They telling Embiid you
LeBron
can't
James
do back
did
to
not
back.
suit up at all. Like he just didn't suit up. I
He's
feel like
40 though, but
nah, fuck all that. I think it was this new setup that he ain't want to play in.
yeah.
But
And I'm 40.
still, like shit like that, niggas gonna say I'm cool.
Well,
on
if
that.
you talking about the All Star, that was particularly like a shot at Adam Silver. If you ask me, like
Nah, I think
I don't
so,
want to
too.
do this
again,
I'm
I think he
40.
looked at that
because he wasn't the only one that didn't play.
He was.
Anthony Edwards didn't play. He was.
Oh,
you didn't even notice. Anthony
that shit
Edwards
went
didn't play
way
either.
under my. He wasn't there though, was he?
He was there
If
at
he
the weekend.
it was all of a sudden the same day illness.
I was
Like,
like,
he didn't play.
He was there at the weekend. That's when he told Steve Smith that he didn't want to be the face of the
Exactly.
league. That was during
That was
All-Star.
All-Star weekend.
I
Yeah,
believe so.
that's a fact. During the Saturday shit. It's a fact. I was watching.
Shit, not just with NBA, WNBA, March Madness is now too. That shit just opened up in the last few weekends. I got, for the women's bracket, I got Notre Dame cutting down the Nets. Handheld doggo.
Oh.
Also,
I
it
don't
was
know.
De'Erica Hamby and Jordan Canada in that screen and roll that was killing us, and we got eliminated.
came
I
right
told
back
you
to
when I
you,
wasn't
wow.
thinking about her,
I
I was
knew
going
it
to remember
would.
exactly what it was because she be killing. She was killing us.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna
continue.
lie. I
I'm
know
sorry.
that I'm very ignorant when it comes to women's sports. I definitely lean on Shaw for that. But those two Spanish girls in Notre Dame,
Handheld doggo, and I
Bro.
forgot Miles, but I forgot her first name.
they be
Pressure up?
cooking,
And they
bro.
cooking?
They
I got them
be
cutting down the nets.
cooking, bro.
No
Like,
juju, no
nah,
page.
The pack game is crazy with the scatter. Nah, they go crazy.
That's what's happening. Say that
And
one more
there's
time.
two
I'm out
of
the
them.
loop too. cuz.
That's
got
why it's crazy when you
Notre
said that.
Dame
When you
cutting
said
down the
that,
nets.
when you said that, I just
Not,
thought about
not,
those
no,
girls.
no juju,
You know
no
I'm
page.
rocking with
Didn't
I
she-
got
didn't they beat
Handheld
Juju?
Doggo. I believe Handheld Doggo beat both of them.
Yeah, I feel like they
They
won.
might have beat
early in
both
the
of them.
season.
Juju is her, man. I feel
Nah, I'm
you.
saying Juju's got the name, but again, there's a lot of girls that are good. There's a
Oh, nah,
lot
and
of
I
people
don't-
coming that are good.
Yeah,
I don't know all their
absolutely.
names. When I see highlights, I just remember 5-10 years ago, if I were to watch a college basketball highlight, the game wouldn't have been that exciting. I wouldn't have seen that type of guard play. I feel like the guard play has gotten a lot stronger. Like those two Notre Dame girls, it's like, damn, you got two of them, and they was just taking turns.
Yo.
Just
I want to
working
shout
these
out
motherfuckers.
S.
That
Dot
shit was
too.
crazy.
He usually comes to the workout park. He's usually one of the ones that's out there with us putting in that pain. S. Dot put me on to watching Notre Dame and Hannah Doggo because she plays defense. She's a two-way player. And not gonna lie, she be putting in pain. Be putting in pain.
Some of these girls are killing.
Juju,
Pressure.
the thing about Juju, I just watched her lose her championship game against UCLA. And it's not that it's her fault. I'm very skeptical about the people around her and her coach. Because after losing, she was like, well, we get the hardest 1 seed, we get the hardest route, we get the hardest bracket, something like that. Yo, just hoop. Just hoop. You got
That's
Juju
okay,
Watkins.
right.
Just hoop.
Come
Yo,
on,
I'm not
man.
gonna
I feel
lie.
that.
In any situation, USC basketball is always gonna be funny.
Like,
That's not what y'all do. Y'all football school, bro. UCLA is the basketball school. Y'all had Nick Young and DeMar and all that, but the legacy is in UCLA. Bronny and
OJ
them.
Mayo went to USC, right?
Yeah, OJ Mayo and then Taj Gibson. They got
That's
NBA
tough.
dudes. No,
OJ
they definitely
Mayo
get NBA
is
talent, but
really-
they making an NBA talent that's gonna go to the league. They're never making a team that's gonna actually push.
It's an individual.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
It's
And I
individual.
think that
feel
those
you.
dudes go there because if I go to UCLA, it's a
I can make
different
noise
type of
over
it's a
here.
different type of acculturation I got to do. If I go to UC, Bronny went to USC because there was no ceiling. You the top dog here.
Yo,
You are the
it's like-
best
it's like
basketball.
Stephen Curry going to Davidson.
Low key, Juju better than
It
you,
is
but
what
it's
it
like,
is.
damn, Bronny,
You can't say
USC,
that 'cause Steph
LA.
Curry didn't get no offers.
But I'm saying, but also that's
Interesting.
Davidson. And also North
But I
Carolina.
mentioned it because of how it's Davidson and North Carolina surrounded by schools, and that's.
But
like,
USC got that again. They
Not the
footballs.
school.
They rose like they footballs.
Everybody-
Rose
they
Bowl.
counted
Pete
Steph Curry
Carroll. Like they got
Tight.
they downtown LA.
right. That is a valid point.
And
though.
they're downtown LA. So it's like you playing in USC again. For Bronny, it was perfect. This isn't a real program that's going to be like, yo, you got to be as good as they got to be as good as DeMar DeRozan, I guess. But nobody's even talking about DeMar DeRozan's legacy at USC like that, or Nick Young, who to me are probably some of the best talents that came out of
They
there.
probably
Funny,
got
you
some
talking
of
about
those
Bronny.
records.
Bronny just dropped
Same.
17 points.
I feel you, bro.
Shout out to
In the
Bronny
game,
at
it
17
was-
last night.
and I
My
said,
man had to sneak that in there. I
perfect
feel you.
game.
Get
It was the
money.
perfect game.
No
No Luka,
Luka,
no
no
LeBron. Y'all getting blown out
Get
by
loose.
30. Like,
Get loose, my
get
boy.
loose, my boy.
I ain't gonna lie, he hit Giannis with this shit, and Giannis said, "Nah, come here, young nigga. Don't wait. What you doing, bro?"
He's definitely improving. He's definitely getting his game up. I don't want to disrespect
Yo.
him.
Like, nah,
He's
no
definitely
disrespect.
getting
Like,
his game
he, like,
Yo, Far, when we get a chance, tell me what's up with Keith, man. I gotta tune in. Keith,
When
I
when
know we
I
gave you a
watch-
lot of love before we started. My fault. I'm gonna let you go. My bad. Keith, we gave you a lot of love. Like I said, that's another thing. If I told you we was gonna do something, I'm thinking about that shit every day. Don't think I'm not. Keith, we gave you a lot of love last season. We still love you, bro. I
Absolutely.
appreciate
You still
everything
have-
you did for the East Side, everything you still doing for the East Side. Keep working.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tune in with
Hey.
the cousins, figure out what's going on.
I ain't
know
gonna
he's in
lie.
the G League.
making it to the league is
Period.
fucking incredible, bro.
Yo, that's incredible. So
and
I'm
I'm not
sure
gonna
give
lie,
you that
like,
shout
I
out.
think I might even be taller than him.
Might be.
Absolutely.
And it's like, so that's incredible
Maybe. Think he's
to
my
make it
age.
to the
Yeah.
league. You know what I mean? And everything that he did to get to the league. Like, I feel like
Put in the
sometimes, like, I mean, we critique NBA players, obviously, as we should. They're up there, but it's like, it's pretty amazing that they are of that select 450. You know what I mean? It's very tough to get in there.
A lot of
Even
people-
G League too.
Yo, like Melo, I was watching Melo say that he didn't have no aspirations of going. He wanted to stay in college and shit. And they like, you gotta pack your shit and get up out of here.
Nah, he
bro.
was a fucking man child.
Like,
What
what
the
Then
fuck
he
you
talking
won.
about?
It's
Is
like
that-
then you won.
What are you doing here, bro?
And you want to stay, you gotta go. Bro.
Also,
they
like-
kicked
Then
him
you
off of
won.
campus.
Nah,
Like,
yeah,
yo,
you
bro,
gotta
you
get
don't
out.
You gotta
belong
get out of here.
here
Having too
anymore.
much fun over here. You
You're
gotta
having
get
too
out
much
of here.
fun,
You gotta
bro.
get out of
Like,
here, bro. You could
respect-
change your life like tomorrow.
Yo, exactly. And they had to kick him
I'm not
off.
gonna
Comfort.
lie though. Me hearing that kind of speaks to why you and Braun separated though.
Yes,
Like,
Interesting.
Yes.
nigga, like
clearly.
if you want to just
interesting.
dominate for the sake of dominating, then you're gonna dominate whoever's the best. You just want to get to that shit ASAP rather than I could be the man on this campus and that's that Melo James Harden ideology to me. I could put the ball in the rim so easy, like yeah, whatever, bro.
I think it's just
That's my
like,
personal theory. That
I
like
think it's
dudes
a
who
man
score
on
too
campus.
We got the
early.
Lucky Green walking by. Make a wish.
I think it's being a big man on campus thing. Like I could see niggas not wanting to leave that situation.
But it's like, but you know that's not.
That's
You got 4 years.
It's
here.
higher levels
When
than
you're
that.
I
that
said we want to
good-
get deep. We could get deeper than rap. You know, people don't want to leave their comfort zones.
Exactly.
Right,
And
it's
that's
some
my
hood
point.
shit. It's really some hood shit. Like,
and
yo,
that's my
I'm
point about.
here. I'm comfortable here. I'm the man in the spot, and I could stay here for 4 more years.
And that's my
still
point
be the
about
man
some
in
of
the
these
league. He
overly
wanted to do
offensive
that.
dudes. Some of these overly offensive dudes, because you have this hand-eye coordination, you could put the ball in the rim. You don't work on these other things that make you a complete basketball player. I feel like LeBron James not having that gift
That's interesting.
made him work on everything.
I agree
And
with
it's
that.
his work ethic is what separated him from everybody else. But again, James Harden is gifted. Melo is gifted. So it's like, I don't know how you push yourself when you're gifted. You got to be a sick man. You got to be Jordan. You got to be Kobe to be that gifted and then still work. It's a very rare you those two meet. And I just feel like to hear a nigga say that, it's like,
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
But Steph Curry also had the disadvantage of everybody shitting on him his whole life. You too small, you too this, you too that. So it's like
He got
has
the
to
chip on
keep,
his
he
shoulder.
had to keep working hard, like OD.
And he got the basketball. He's a basketball baby, so he wanted to play. He seen some of that work hard as play.
And all that privilege still got niggas shitting on him.
He,
I don't give a fuck who your
that
dad
nigga's
is, bro.
crazy,
You look mad little, bro.
Hey,
Him at Davidson looked
That
like
shit
a
is
10th grader.
unsmall.
He looked like a
He
10th
did
grader,
look
bro.
small,
He
but
was cooking.
he got his muscles in the NBA. But
He shooting
whatever.
like, yo, bro, don't teach your kid to shoot like that. Only that man can shoot like that, bro. Only he
Oh,
can do
yeah.
that, bro.
At that moment, in that given situation, only this motherfucker can shoot like
Like,
that.
yeah, that Davidson shot looked
That
crazy,
shit,
but
that shit is gun smoke. He turned around. He know
he the man.
He
He
feeling
the
that
man.
shit.
But I'm
go
like,
in
but
before
JJ
going
Redick,
in.
JJ Redick at Duke back then, his jump shot is beautiful.
Textbook, yeah,
Textbook. Like it's like that's,
mad
you teach your
sharp.
kid that. Like somebody taught him that. That's the only reason why he in the league.
I
'Cause
like
he
Klay
took that
Thompson
lesson
jump shot
to
for that.
I
Like, his
agree.
shit look like a freak though.
He got a great jump shot. That's probably a great conversation. Like, who's got the
Right?
prettiest
Who got the
forms?
form?
Ray
Prettiest
Allen.
jump shots.
Ray Allen's up
I
there.
got Klay Thompson.
Because Ray Allen's name's always
That shit
given up
goose
to niggas.
neck, just pure looking like it.
And y'all
look like
niggas
it's
play
no
2K too, so y'all got the advantage of actually being able to build a player, look at everybody.
Yeah, but that's a little
2K is
different.
Yeah, they
that's
give you
different.
3 different niggas to mix into one jump shot. It's
Oh,
a
word?
little bit different, but
Oh, word! Like it's not just one. Oh,
You
I guess.
can.
I
I'm gonna
guess.
fuck y'all up real quick. I feel like one of the best looking jump shots to me was Glenn Rice.
Glenn Rice had the smoke.
I'm
That's a
not
fact.
against
Glenn
that.
Rice had the smoke.
I'm not against that.
Ooh,
I'm not
Bucks
against that.
Glenn.
That shit.
Look,
Look,
yeah, Glenn was on the Bucks, right?
Glenn
I
Rice.
don't know why I'm thinking
think
about the
so.
Heat.
I'm thinking about Hornets. Glenn Rice.
Yeah,
Everybody
Hornets.
pick
I'm
one?
thinking of Glenn Robinson.
What about you,
Yeah.
cousin?
I'm thinking right
Yo.
now.
I was expecting you to say Steph. I didn't even know you was
I
gonna take
thought
this
you was
long.
taking Steph.
I didn't know you was
That's
gonna
why I
take this
said it
long.
like that.
I was expecting you to say
Steph Curry's
Steph.
jump shot
He's
is
an
not
alien,
always
though.
pretty.
They
That
don't-
shit be
that
ugly.
shit
Like,
is
like
gun
that, like
smoke.
the Olympics.
Looks like he's pushing it,
They
right?
be looking like he
A
flinging
floater.
that
It's
shit
a
up.
floater. He
Some
floating
beer
it.
pong
The
shit.
shot that he shot in the
He floating
Olympics,
that shit.
that shit was not no like that nigga went.
Right, he floated
That shit
that
was
shit.
cash
like
money.
this.
Can I ask y'all a question? Is that one of the most memorable games for you in the last few years?
Yes.
Like, what's one of those games
Yes.
that really stand out since people don't really play hard no more?
The
Yes.
Olympic game.
We in
absolutely.
March Madness and shit right
That's
now.
that's in his Jordan. That's in his Jordan folder.
You know what's so funny? all of my
Absolutely
clips
with
gonna be
that.
like Steph Curry. Like Steph Curry game 4 against Boston for the
Yes.
championship.
Yes.
He started going
He's
bananas.
got a lot, bro.
Man,
That's
he
what
was
I'm saying,
crazy.
bro.
He started going.
That's to me
I'm
is
about
one
to
of his
bring-
best.
I'm about to
games.
bring my shit to the pod, bro.
Bro,
That's
it's
that's one of the
savage,
best.
man.
That's one of the best Steph Curry games.
Yo, I got a hot take, bro.
Shoot. We got time.
I think Steph is creeped over Kobe, bro.
No.
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 I'm on that, bro.
Like I said,
You
it's
told me
tough.
that too, and I
I
reacted the same
can't
way.
do non-two-way
It's too-
players that
Yeah.
at the same time
I
I
need him to
scored
play
the
more
same
drive.
amount of points as you
Yo,
do,
cuz,
and
I
I
swear,
play
I said the
defense.
same
Kobe
thing,
played D.
bro.
Kobe plays D.
Kobe is a 10-time first defensive team basketball player.
Like-
It's not Kobe plays D.
Yeah, it's
He's
deeper
an,
than
at
that.
minimum
Like,
7-time
they're gonna
first
hide-
defensive
they're gonna-
player.
they're gonna
You're
hide Stephen
bugging.
Curry,
You know what I'm
though.
saying?
They're gonna
It's
hide
gonna be
Stephen
tough.
Curry
No,
and
no,
make
I'm not.
everybody
I'm not
else
trying to
play
say that
defense.
Steph Curry is even close
They
to Kobe
not-
Bryant.
You say he's
I
better.
never
You
said
say
he
he
was
over.
better than
Huh?
Kobe.
You say he crept over.
No, yeah. I'm talking about legend.
No. You know what I'm saying? No.
I think so.
80,
bro.
60, 5 chips.
I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm not gonna
He
lie.
in the mix.
Because also my history, my legacy is not me trying to copy no other
And
nigga.
them niggas, you
My
gotta kind of bring up Steph because he was.
Yeah, well, one, I don't even
I'm
think
not
it's a
gonna lie.
question that he's in the conversation. I don't think it's a question that he's in the conversation. He's
People
he's
question
top
that's
5.
funny shit.
That's stupid.
But
But like,
I don't know if he.
Let him get his thought. Let me get his thought.
this motherfucker ain't trying. He's not replicating anyone else. And at the end,
I got you.
And also, like the legend of you cannot win with a lead small guard. Yeah, I'm the first to do it since Isaiah Thomas.
That's a team. That's a
And
dynasty.
and I've ruined this league by everybody thinking they can be me.
Here's where I'll
Yep,
support
I'll
you.
give you that one for
Here's
sure.
where I'll support you. Because this is where it's tough.
That nigga shoot.
Because if you're going off of Mount Rushmore, you would put Steph there before you put Kobe there, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. That's kind of what I'm speaking to.
No.
If
No.
a lot of people would.
I would.
Why?
Because the influence. They're talking about influence.
That impact.
If you're talking about
If
you're talking about legend in the game and the work that you put in the game,
Saying Kobe,
that's
I feel
different.
You. I feel you.
it's
I feel
the
you.
same shit.
Nah, I give you. I understand what you're saying.
Like they want to shoot like Steph, but can't. Like that's the difference.
I ain't gonna lie. They pull it up at half court though.
But they can't.
I mean,
That's
They
the-
still do it.
But
At the
Trae
same
Young.
time, though,
Now you got
everyone
Trae Young.
has mama mentality somehow. Like
Kobe-
that's a thing
Kobe
that
lended that shit to
everyone
people, though.
tries to replicate.
it's because
yeah, for sure.
So off
They're
that,
both
that gotta
iconic.
play into my legend.
mean-
like in terms of what I
Oh,
did for
yeah.
the
I'm
game.
talking about
if you're
niggas
talking about how
shooting into the
people
Kobe,
view
yo,
me
stop
and my
playing.
influence on
Kobe
people,
is,
then people
I'm
gonna
not,
be
I'm
like
not
Steph.
removing Kobe for Stephen Curry quite yet. He got to win a 5th chip and all that. Like
He got all right.
Absolutely.
So this is
It
my
might be personal.
This is another thing that I
I don't
had.
know
Like
if
I feel like
anybody
there's
down with that,
there's
but
certain
yo.
tiers happening, right? Like I feel like right now, like LeBron and Steph. I'll put KD in there, but he don't really count. I feel like LeBron and Steph
KD's
are
in the mix.
LeBron and Steph
Why
are.
not?
I'm talking about.
Oh, let me get
I'm
his
talking about the
thought
thing
first.
that
I
I'm
gotta
talking
hear
about
this.
now. I talked to you about it before. Like the top tier, that grandfather level. I think LeBron and Steph are arguing. One more chip separates us. Then I think the next is like Giannis, Jokic, and Tatum.
And you said
They're
Kyle.
all fighting for that second chip. I feel like if Giannis gets his second chip, we gotta look at the fact that he's averaged 25 and 12 for the past like 10 years. And he's been dominant. And then I feel like that kind of puts him above Jokic and Tatum, I would say. Tatum, I think, is the third by far because he gets no respect. That
He gets
second
no
chip,
respect.
that second chip you have to put him in the conversation now that you are refusing to put him in. And then I feel like if Jokic gets his second chip with the 3 MVPs, he's clear cut. I mean, he may already right now be the clear cut best player in the league, but I feel like it's a wrap after that. Then I think you got AE. Everybody fighing for they one. Luka. Everybody
Irving,
else
you
is
missed-
fighting.
I don't even
for
look
they
at
one.
those tiers. I'm not even gonna lie.
Kyrie's also in
Kyrie
that
in the mix. He got
He's
one.
in
and
that
if he get
Tatum.
another one,
'Cause
he
he's only got one
another
chip, right?
Like that's big.
He's kind of the OG of that, but I feel like if Kyrie would have won a chip just now with Dallas, I feel like, again, I think him like Tatum, the media is not trying to place him in a spot to where he
Absolutely
gets that
not.
love. But I feel like if he had 2 chips in 2 different places, you'd have to almost respect
gotta
it. Like
look at that at the least.
Like there's like a 5 chip and a 2 chip tier. Some niggas are trying to get their 5. That's why I say KD's kind of lost because it's like
is you two? or
you
is
traveling
three?
around looking for chips. Like it's kind of over. Not over for you, but like you
It
never gonna be
ain't,
better than LeBron
no.
and Steph. You never gonna be better than LeBron and Steph. It's over
It's
for that.
hard to be
I guess
considered
my
because he went to play
my
with
question
Steph.
to y'all
I feel
would
you
be,
on that one.
what did Steph's 4th chip do for you?
The fact that it
For me,
furthered you in the Jordan
Steph,
convo for
Steph
me.
fourth chip,
Right.
what it did was it proved that it wasn't Kevin Durant that
Yep.
Word.
kind of propelled them to where they needed to be.
I'm along those lines.
Even though
yeah.
Kevin Durant helped them, which was like I feel like at that point in time with the team that we had, Kevin Durant, what he was just like that little bit over that we needed. That any player that was decent, that not decent, they had to be better than, they had to be like a for sure. Like when I give you the ball, I know that you can.
I feel like they was
get me
more of
2
a
points.
team. I feel like those were team chips. KD took them over to make them a super team, but their whole thing was a team. This last chip was like Steph Curry is one of the best players in the world. Klay Thompson is broken.
So
and
the
who's
last
Jordan Poole?
one separated Steph and Durant.
Oh yeah. I would say, I'll say so.
essentially.
So
Yeah,
my
for sure.
problem
I'll say
is,
that.
so why I can't jump him over Kobe is because I don't have Kevin Durant that close to Kobe. If that last one just separated him. Now, I agree that anybody that wins a chip this year is going to move up in a tier in some way, shape, or form. So that's almost like inevitable. But just Kobe, it's going to be tough. Like I would turn to like Steph. I favor Steph over Kobe, but
I want to reword what you
It's
said
tough.
though. I don't feel like this chip. I always had Steph Curry over Kevin Durant personally.
I did too.
Yeah, that-
but
I
in
feel-
terms
I
of
feel
the
like-
general
Ooh,
mass,
I feel like because they played on the same team, this next chip I had to separate that. I don't need you
Right.
to win my
Absolutely.
chips.
Even
but
though he
not,
won one
not
before
like I
he got
needed,
there,
but not
people
like
always tend to
exactly
forget that.
They
exactly.
always forget
that.
And it's not that like it's not like I needed this chip to prove that I'm better than you. I need this chip to prove that I could win without
The
you.
reason why people forget the first chip is because he didn't win Finals MVP.
he should have. But yeah, sure, I feel you.
But that's the reason why. Because
Who got it?
Iguodala.
Iguodala.
And then they go 73-9 with no KD.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
That's the Iggy team,
But
right?
nigga's a
and,
beast,
and I agree. But in just terms of his overall legacy, I feel like that was a moment where motherfuckers had just separated him from Durant for whatever reason. So it's like I just think he has a ways to go.
I feel like
I also think that touching Kobe is tough because he passed away, and I just think that it's a different type of legacy.
It is,
It's different.
That's kind of what I'm speaking to too.
Like, it
Niggas
feels
stayed in the
disrespectful for
same
me to
Kobe.
say.
It's just
for me, I
and
feel like
Kobe got
Steph
5
is
of
in-
them things, B.
But I feel like Steph is in such like a league of his own because
agree.
He's the
those
greatest
people,
shooter.
no, and even more than that, any other like really great player you try to like look at, compare Steph to, who have like comparable numbers, comparable like impact to the game, they 6'6", 6'8", 7
I
foot.
mean, you got Allen Iverson.
But you ain't accomplished what I accomplished at my height.
Nah,
And your
not
gravity was never my gravity.
Respectfully.
Your gravity was never my gravity.
Because I could shoot. Like, it's different.
feel you.
Like, it's different.
My gravity, when I step on the court, the gravity that I bring
The vortex
is going.
You got to triple that. Get on that. Double
And
that.
the
Do
only
something.
other players who like demand that for the longevity of their career, they all 6'6", 6'8", because that's the reason why you need that. Because when a 6'6", you going against another 6'6" dude, and you get past him,
Going to
we
the rack.
need another tall
Somebody-
person.
and this
there
is
to
why
kinda
they
stop you.
say that
Where
small guards
Can't
Steph-
don't
guard the
win.
3 like that.
I'm
no way to
drawing
guard
the
the
same
3 in that
exact
way.
attention as that 6'6" dude, but I'm
All the way out
6'3".
And I'm out here. And I'm
All
out
the way
here
out
doing
here.
it.
That's the
And
thing.
that's why they say small guards don't really
Moving
win
the
chips.
defense away from the rim.
We
And
just
that's how he scores at the rim as well.
And because I could shoot, I take it to the rack. Like when Kevin Durant played with Steph Curry,
He was
I'll
wide
show you
open.
clips
Nah,
of
absolutely.
them triple teaming Steph to leave Kevin Durant
Which is
open.
insane.
I agree because again, outside of Isaiah Thomas,
Nah, I've seen
Steph
it.
Curry's the only lead champion. You know what I mean? That there's no big. Like there's no big. Like Jordan kind of did it with no big. That's that small ball shit. No one's doing small ball. I don't even count Jordan. He's a freak. Everything y'all was doing was freakish. But then it's Spurs, Giannis, Jokic. Like there's no without the Warriors. Like it's a big. It's because usually you need a
It's not
big.
true because Miami won. Chris Bosh don't really count. Chris Bosh is your
Yeah,
big.
but LeBron
LeBron
LeBron's not a big though.
Now
LeBron.
he's saying that he's a point guard. He's saying that he's
That's a point guard.
He's
But
everything.
he didn't have a center. He was doing positionless basketball. He kind of started.
Exactly. He's everything.
I got you.
I'll put him
but
in the Jordan situation.
I got
then.
you.
Like that small ball. Like y'all were both doing the small ball shit with the best small ball lineups probably in history.
But it's not really small ball because nobody underneath the only short person on the team, Norris
Mario
Cole.
Chalmers.
Mario Chalmers.
What are you talking about? I
D
got
Wade- D
Mario
Wade not that
Chalmers,
tall.
D Wade, Shane Battier, LeBron, and Bosh. What kind of inside threat is that? What are you talking about?
I'm saying, I feel you, but D Wade and LeBron James attacking the paint is crazy.
Right, D Wade and
No, I
LeBron
feel you, I
James
feel you.
attacking
They're not that
the
big.
paint.
They're not that big.
What's harder to do? These two niggas driving, or this nigga that don't need to
Shooting
dribble?
threes.
This nigga that
Like,
don't need to dribble?
shooting
That
threes.
nigga that don't need to
Shooting
dribble?
threes. All
Everybody's
of
just
them.
catching and shooting the ball.
Every
They don't gotta
that's
drive.
different.
That's why Jimmy Butler
That's
here.
why
That's
that
why
shit
this
works.
team looks so
Exactly.
good, because they got a nigga that can drive
They got a
now
system.
and
They
get
got a
free
system
throws.
that works.
I agree.
Without that, them niggas was OD trash for
I
like
agree.
3 months.
I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
we was going through
I
it.
agree. We was going through it.
His plus minus with Steph Curry off the court is like plus 60 right now. That's Jimmy Butler.
Yo,
Jimmy Butler
Jimmy
ain't
is
all act
wildin',
like
son.
Whoa, whoa,
Nah,
whoa,
he
whoa,
is,
whoa,
yo.
whoa.
he not.
He
He not.
is, yo.
He
He
not.
is, cuz.
He not.
He's the greatest
he
mid.
took it to
He's
str-
the
he-
greatest
he-
mid.
The greatest mid
Nah,
sounds
he's
crazy. He
greatest
better than
mid.
mid.
He
He
got
better
over
than
there,
mid.
right. I just wanted
He
to get
better
you to say
than
that. I
mid.
just wanted to get you to
He
say
better
that.
than mid. If
He
you
got
you
over
can just
there.
say he better than mid.
Right,
The
I
fuck
would.
are you
I
talking
was
about?
great.
He's really
He's
good.
great.
He's really good.
He might be the most underrated superstar
like he
in the
went
league.
over there and they
No,
lost 2
most
games out of
underrated
14,
superstar in the league. He
bro.
took Strus to the finals. You can't be underrated with that. They was talking about playoff Jimmy.
Right,
They
but
should've paid
not-
that
Playoff
nigga.
Jimmy,
They
good
should've-
money. But
right.
They
Jimmy
should've
Butler
paid
on a
that
day
nigga.
to day, that nigga might not play the ball. That nigga gonna come
Nah,
up to
that's
you
what he
be like, yo,
playing
bro,
with niggas. They
you
should've
got
paid
my
that
coffee? Nah, I ain't playing today, coach.
That's why
what nigga
Cuz keep
Miami
saying
just
that.
went through the
They should've
whole
Yo,
time
they
of
should've
that.
They
paid
should've
that
paid that
nigga,
nigga.
cuz.
That shit, yo,
should've
and
paid
that,
that
oh,
nigga.
that
Pat
leads to
Riley
another
is
thing.
playing
That
with
leads to
niggas.
another thing because it's crazy. We was arguing about Pat Riley, and now they talking about getting this nigga out of there.
See?
Oh yeah.
Like
You
we,
see?
we
But
we
the-
was talking about
but
how
the
some of the
minute-
shit he was
yeah.
doing is running
Yo,
his course. That
bro.
shit can't.
But the
that
thing
shit
is,
can't
though,
go down.
but the thing is,
Y'all
though,
not
we live,
winning.
we live
Y'all
in a,
gotta win.
Hold
For
up.
him to get off what he was getting off, they gotta be winning.
also we live in
Like-
a result-based society. The minute that you trade this nigga and he starts killing
Killing on the other squad.
they look like a championship contender. You look like
did
you
that.
look bad.
You
You
fucked
look
that
bad.
pack up.
Once
Absolutely.
Luka, once AD goes down and Luka gets up,
You
yo,
look
Nico, like
crazy.
Nico, you look like
And
a
he
Nico,
ain't
fucking
even-
idiot.
Nico was
He
gonna look
ain't
bad
even do
regardless.
nothing.
He wasn't playing when he traded for him, so it was up for him.
And that's
in
bad,
terms
though.
of Pat has been losing niggas left
Yo,
and
bro.
right for the past
Yo,
like
bro.
10 joints
He do-
because of
he
how
doing
he
something.
moved.
Yo,
He thought I'm gonna bring a
absolutely.
bunch of Struces in here
And that
because
shit
I
going-
got him,
Tyler
and I'm gonna put
Heroes
everything
and
on him.
Struces
Like yo,
and
Hero's
bro.
good. Hero's good.
No, but
I'm not gonna lie. I
it's
don't
a
want to do
whole
that.
bunch of. I don't want to say that
like
either,
again,
but it's
I
true.
feel like again, I'm not here to justify how he let LeBron and D Wade go. I just think that that's tough. I feel like when LeBron James is moving like nigga, I'm gonna go to wherever. I'm good here. I'm good. I want to go back to Cleveland. Like it's as an owner, like I don't know. You like it's tough, bro, because it's a give and take. You don't want to be giving and
LeBron
taking
James-
shit. You
I
an
agree with
asset
you.
that I want.
As tough as it is, this is Miami, Florida.
Like-
why don't people want to come sign here?
Because he don't let niggas enjoy Miami Florida.
Right.
Yo,
I
so
feel you.
but so there's
Right.
a whole
That's
block
tough.
that's fucking
Right.
up this
No,
whole
I'm not gonna
improvement of
knock
my
his discipline. This
franchise.
is his discipline, but bro, it's a
He might be
reason why
wildin'.
niggas don't want to.
I'm not saying he might be wilding, but I'm saying the next
He be
Hold
wilding.
up.
if he
Let-
gets fired-
let him get a start.
if he gets fired, the next person needs to try to keep some of that energy and then maybe make it a little bit nicer or something. Because the reason why I'm not letting niggas wild out here is because
I want to win.
our advantage is that when other teams come here, they fuck up.
Yes.
Like
Well,
for
yes,
real.
it's Miami.
You're
again.
You're back to back. Is that Miami that second night?
can
Like, yo,
imagine.
it's a very good chance you're
I
not
could
coming in the
imagine
gym
it's
to
up.
work
You
hard,
in the
bro.
Yams for the night. Maybe he might be lit.
I'm not
I
gonna
could
lie.
imagine.
Before I
could
chime back
imagine it
in,
going light.
you guys, before I chime back in, because I was watching Miami the other night when Cade just gamed them.
Oh
I'm like, yo,
my.
who's guarding him? Why is Bam guarding the
my.
point
It's
guard?
up, it's
You
up,
know
it's
why?
up,
Because
bro.
they got
Man,
Davion Mitchell playing 30 minutes. No disrespect, Davion Mitchell. You should be playing 35
That's a
minutes,
whole
bro.
lot
You
of
look like
burn,
Bam,
baby.
baby.
That's
Them
a
niggas
lot
are
of
supposed to
burn, yo.
have Dame.
They ain't get Dame. What you supposed to do
They
something
wanted
else?
to go there.
They were
It's their
supposed to.
fault.
They were supposed to get Bradley. They were supposed to get
Damn.
KD.
Bradley
Yo,
waived his no trade
Now I'm
clause.
not gonna
Why
lie.
he ain't want to go
Now,
Miami?
I'm gonna put this back on what you're saying about Pat. Like
They don't
he's
wanna
also
fuck
fucked
with
up.
that
He has
nigga.
not brought a nigga through.
They
He
don't
has
wanna-
not
they
brought
don't-
a nigga through in a
That's why,
minute.
that's why I mentioned Tyler Heroes and Duncan.
But he drafted Tyler.
All of these
But he
niggas.
drafted Tyler, though.
Exactly. Like
But
that.
that's a good-
That's what he would rather.
I like Tyler Hero.
I like Tyler Hero as well.
You think he'd rather a nigga like Jerry West? You think he'd rather Jerry West or Kareem?
Absolutely.
Oh no!
Like,
I don't know about that. We getting spicy. We gonna have to wrap this up soon, y'all. Listen,
I don't care how mafia that nigga is. Niggas not jacking him, bro. Right? Listen, man. It is what it is. Watch them white ninjas, man. That's all I can say.
white ninjas.
Yo,
Mafia, nigga.
yo,
Shit.
yo, y'all
I know
motherfuckers
Pat
is
Mafia.
crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. I know that.
shit,
I ain't trying to sleep
How much
with
more
the
time we
fish.
got?
We got a few minutes on the video.
All right, so
You already know I'm down with that
Hold
shit.
on. Alex, you got something for us? You got something for us?
yeah, I got a question. I've been wanting to pose this question. It's on a whole different tip. Take us from sports into a different thing. What's y'all thoughts? First, I'm gonna preface it this way. What is y'all thoughts on reparations? And do you believe?
Oh
that
shit! So this is gonna be the final topic, and this is gonna lead into the end of the audio.
I think we all.
I think we all in agreement.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement.
Okay, now
Don't bring that crazy nigga. Don't bring that crazy nigga shit in there. Your man.
Yeah,
No, but this is-
you
no,
can't,
because
you can't
it's-
because Freddie not here.
no, I'm not even like I started talking with him, but it's to allude to the bigger fact
Okay.
that it's not just him. He's
No,
not
no, no.
a solo thinker. There's a lot of Caribbean-born, African-born people here who like
I'm
y'all
not
niggas
gonna-
don't need
I'm
that
not
shit,
gonna-
bro. Fuck you mean? I did this, I did all of this, and I got to this place. Why you feel like you deserve? This is the thing that he kept saying to me. That why you feel like you deserve, and that's the thing is like, it's hard to. It's a touchy subject because we are all black. We do deal with the same shit here in America, but the history behind our struggles is different. So, like, a lot of Caribbean-born people, they came over here and they were able to achieve kind of a semblance of what that American dream is. They had their businesses, they did these things, which made them look down upon the African American who been here, and they like, how come you didn't accomplish the things that I was able to accomplish? I just came here.
Can I speak to this? Because I feel like this is even beyond a conversation about reparations. Like when I hear, because I understand what you're saying, and I feel like a lot of people do feel this way, but I think that there's a fallacy in that thought process. Like for one, if you know that you have a different history than a history that you're observing upon, and you're speaking to this history that you don't know as well as your own history, and you're not approaching it with grace, like it's like I can understand why you don't think reparations make sense for you. Also, again, as an immigrant, you coming here you have a very distinctively different perspective than me, who was born in this land. You came here with the opportunity and perspective to come here with a game plan, an approach, and a support system potentially. Like again, a lot of West Indians in New York support their perspective, West Indian, you know what I mean, within their. So like reparations is not even like there's definitely a very different and distinct African American issue that like.
But what you're saying is what pulls to the disconnect, in which, remember, it's not what they're coming into is, as much as it seemed like when I was having this argument, one of the things that he was saying was he talked about like back in the 90s. I know I remember it when you from anywhere else, you not like a black American, we got jokes on you. You're African booty scratcher, you off the banana boat, all of that different type of stuff to kind of push the disconnect further,
Absolutely.
which made people say, hey, which made Caribbean people say, the shit,
They
the things that
looking
they
down
tell you,
on
the
us.
things that they tell us about y'all, I could kind of believe some of the things. And it's partially because the system worked. And as bad as we like, yo, the system is fucked up. No, it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do.
Also, that's a superficial reaction. Like, yes, is it wrong and rude for a child to, again, the same way that I'm saying that you might be ignorant to my African American history, I'm being ignorant to your culture by making fun of you in that way. Now that doesn't disregard all the history. Like, there's a reason why a group of African American kids are not culturally acculturating to a larger perspective. And it's because there's like pain body. Like motherfuckers are in a trauma,
Like even down,
within a displaced situation in America. So it's like we making fun of people that are in close proximity to us because we're damn near making fun of ourselves. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a deeper issue than like
you might need more.
like again, and it's what we. And I feel you because we had this conversation about how in Black Panther, like I've had this conversation too with African homegirls I have who are like, oh, y'all black, once Black Panther comes out, y'all want to celebrate your blackness in some way. And I'm saying that like
I was about to jump in there, yeah. Like,
And I
feel
think
like
that-
there's just a disconnect on
And
on how people identify with one's race,
And we've been disconnected.
Absolutely.
I
We've been
think that
disconnected
Black
for a while.
Panther was part of an opportunity for some of us to be able to reinvest and be like, damn, I can see me in that.
Also, just to add on to it, I feel like a lot of Caribbeans that I've come across, if there's any sense of entitlement in what you're saying, if you feel like you're entitled to certain shit like that, it's like it triggers something.
them.
It's like, nah, you
And I
don't
get
deserve
that.
none of that shit. It's
'Cause
nothing
they
about
went and
earning
went
something is
hard
one
for
thing,
this
and
shit.
you'll
I
see
get
how
it.
thin that line is when you actually converse with them. Like, yo, but then you're trying to say you're kind of saying I earned it, but at the same time saying I don't deserve it. I don't know which one is which.
And the
Same way, like people in that the different dialects, the different continents, the different people can't agree on blackness in certain ways, and when we should be celebrating, when it should be all the time. It's just certain disconnects in certain areas that he was just speaking to. That honestly, the main thing should just be finding some type of common ground, bro.
Because even to piggyback on what he said, like that entitlement they feel from us is because, again, when you come here to America, you're approaching capitalism from a very distinct perspective rather than being born under capitalism. So like people who are operating under capitalism and don't even understand all the constraints that capitalism is putting on them, you might be a whole bunch of things inside, entitled, fucking complacent, all types of shit, where when you're coming to this country as a game plan, like, yo, you need to come here and maximize that opportunity.
With less.
But it's like you had space to know that when I go to this
need the
foreign land, I'm gonna.
But
It's
that's
like the
and that's
struggle that they come from that makes
And it's a beautiful privilege that they have.
and that's the disconnect that I'm speaking to, is that the information that they need to know, the things that was done to the African American communities throughout the United States, like it have ripple effects. And as much as you feel like, oh no, you should have been able to bounce back by now. Some people
Did
have.
we not? Like absolutely.
But in a general sense, we still are not to the position where we are supposed to be as people who literally built this country.
And I need a West Indian person to watch, in some hypothetical scenario, a white person saying word for word what you just said to a black person, and ask them if their stomach they would still feel okay.
with that.
Because I've heard white people say that exact same thing. Like, yo, it's been mad long. How y'all niggas still? Well, they don't say, they would never say nigga to me, but you know what I mean? But it's
But
like,
I'm sure
how y'all
behind
still,
closed-
you had Barack
going
Obama
through
as a
shit.
president. Like, what's going on, bro? You
Because
got Oprah, you got
literally
Oprah
just-
Winfrey.
I
It's
literally
because
just
it's the
saw
way
this
how the
nigga do
program
that shit,
is
Elon Musk.
pushed
He
to
literally
people.
just said
They
that
don't
shit.
understand that they don't understand that the things that were taken. Don't get me wrong. There's no people that's gonna be like. There's still gonna be fuck ups in every community.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, we were never given even like a fair shake at it. We've been fighting from behind, and we've been doing pretty good. But now we at a point where we tired of fighting from behind. Put us at the same starting line
We
that y'all was
even
at.
met them at a point.
We've never been allowed as
as
Americans to be a part of the American middle class,
At
even
all.
when that shit was a myth, it was like a tangible myth.
And
We
they've even made it, my bad, they even made it to where they don't want us in the middle class at all. They'll rather take our women. They'd rather just allow black women
And then
So it's like
anything to
Y'all could either
establish
be-
that we don't get shit.
y'all could be superstars, or y'all could be piss poor. And he's right. I'll definitely take like
care of your ladies
again. I
and
was
all
trying to
that.
over incarcerate
Keep y'all
y'all.
out.
Now all of a sudden I can't over incarcerate y'all. Now I'm a motherfucking gender war, y'all. I'm gonna do whatever it can. And then at the end of the day, like the Black American issue has been talked about so much that at some point people will be like, yo, bro, how's that still an issue? West Indians will be like, yo, bro, I came over here and how, but it's like this shit
Hold
is
up.
so deep and it's generational.
Before you chime back in, listen, video effort. We're going to end this video session. We're going to keep the audio going because we're going to keep this topic going for y'all motherfuckers that's loyal and stay tuned in. We appreciate y'all. But for editing purposes, we're going to cut this video. We gave y'all enough dope.
That's a great question, cousin. Absolutely.
Stay tuned. We're going to keep
Strong
talking
way.
about this shit. But yo,
Eastside
love, peace,
Minds,
chicken
you
grease.
know
We
that.
see y'all. April is coming. It's a new month, new money.
Sir.
Get to
Aries
it.
vibes. Tap in.
I feel like we should start like Patreon smokes.